and let's see how it will go. So, I don't know if, and Sean and Brian, you've heard me before, but you are in a bit of a difficult situation. You're under the streets of Altdorf. Your guide has just been killed and dragged away. You are in this like intersection of sorts, filled with bones and decaying matter. You're not sure where you are. Your not lantern but torch is still giving away light, but it's getting dimmer and dimmer, and you're both wounded. What are you doing?
I'm checking to see if my ear is still attached to my head.
Yeah, it is. But
Okay.
but it hurts. I mean, you all hurt, by the way.
So I have a question for you. Can so heal gives you 1 hit point?
No, you have.
If you have bandages.
Let's say that you have. Let's say that you guys have bandages.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't.
Bandages in the sewer.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that healers would not have any bandages on them. So you know what?
One of the last things he said before he went some more was that this was the wrong way. So we need to double back.
Oh, is that what he said?
He said, no, this is the wrong way, or something along those lines.
Well, that's reassuring. Okay. Do you need healing? I can try to roll to heal you, or bandage your wounds.
I do, but let's get out of here.
Yeah, healing in a place like that would be with a -30 modifier. And if you would dodge, I would probably just give you some kind of illness.
Okay. So there's a hole in the wall where the ghoul dragged the body.
Well, like
there's the
way. There's the on the left side. There's the open corridor. In front, there is also open corridor. On the right, the corridor is partially blocked by the brick wall, and this is where the pale humanoid, because you don't know if it's ghoul or not, sorry, dragged your poor hapless guide.
Okay. And is there also a different corridor for the way we came in?
No, there's also the corridor behind you, the one from which you came.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we can either go back the way we came, or we have 2 out of 3 options to go other places.
I mean, remember.
So what did he say to you?
Okay, guys, both of you roll intelligence. It will be easier that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have zero recollection.
69.
69.
You want?
He's just thinking about Marla. That's all.
And they were never heard from again.
At least it's not a botch. So
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You don't really know where to go, but then again, you think that maybe you know or you will know. Hard to tell. So please, by all means.
So Gustav, what did you say? What did he say to you before he died?
He said like, no, this is the wrong way, or not here, or something.
So no, not like this.
I think. So we have 1 to the left and 1 straight ahead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's go straight ahead. Let's just keep moving.
I'm with you. And when we reach a drier spot, we need to make sure we're not bleeding out and address our wounds.
Plunge forward into the darkness.
All right.
Somehow
case,
the way you said it made it sound less badass.
Yeah. In that case, you two are moving forward. Ever forward. You go, into the darkness to... Well, by the way, what do you want to find and where do you want to go? You have no idea where you are, actually. You have no orientation point, so to speak.
Right. Right now, I am looking for a way out. That's
Yeah,
all
we're
I'm
looking
looking
for
for.
light, I guess.
Oh, so you're just looking for like a sewer grate to.
Yeah,
or
something that looks like a. Yeah, I mean,
He didn't say
something that
how
looks
he
like a
marked
way.
anything. Like he said he marked like a passage down here, but he didn't tell us how he marked it, so we're not even sure what we're looking for.
No, he didn't. And besides,
So
But yeah,
yeah. Mm,
uh,
although Gustav,
I'm just. Mhm.
yeah, sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Well, I was just gonna say what my first thing is to get away from the death chamber, and then my second thing is there anything that looks like it's going up to the surface?
Okay. You are looking for a place that leads up as two of you are moving forward. You know, slightly limping, aching from the wounds those creatures inflicted on you. You are also covered, you know, not only in the filth of the sewers, but also in your own blood and their own disgusting ichor, the creatures that you've killed. So you try not to think about what will happen when you get out, and for example, a watchman will find you, or you know, some normal people will spot you on the streets. Fortunately, as I mentioned before this whole Discord thingy, you can hear even being down underground. You can hear the thunderstorm raging above, and it's really loud. It's really powerful. Gustav, you can, if you want, you can roll me a minus 20%. You have secret science, yes?
don't believe so. Let me check though.
I think you should have. You should be.
You should have it.
Yeah, given your career.
You taught it to me, I believe. The language.
No, it's not.
Well,
It's not secret language.
Or
Science.
secret sign.
Secret science.
I
Thieves'
don't
tongue or
think so,
something.
man.
Yeah, it was thieves' tongue. That was it.
Oh yeah, probably. Common knowledge, accent vision, street fighting, surgery, resilient.
I don't think so.
Okay, so in that case, and that's optional. You don't have to roll. You can just roll minus 30 perception test if you want to spot the signs that Dayon left for you, because you are from a gang background. You would
Yeah.
probably know how they look, where to look for them. However, these are sewers. You're not sure. Oh, nice.
I'll use another luck. I've got one luck
Okay.
left after this.
Okay.
I'm using them all in the first part of the session, apparently.
Okay. I don't think you've passed, sadly.
Intelligence 53, not if there's a big minus.
No, unfortunately not. Alright, so in that case, what you guys are searching for, mainly Johannes, if I recall correctly, is the exit from the sewers. In that case, Johannes, please roll me perception test. Minus 5, let's say.
Okay.
Oh, you've passed. You've passed, but there's still one thing before you exit.
But
And now I need to roll. Okay, let's see. Oh, it should be D10 instead of D100, so sorry. Interestingly enough, as you are, walking through the corridors of the Altdorf sewer system, some of them are wider, some of them are narrower, some of them are full with sewage and rainwater, while others, bizarrely, are practically, dry. You eventually, Johannes, spot a rusted, like ladder leading up. It's not really ladder; it's like a few pieces of metal just bolted into the wall, and they don't really look too sturdy. And you think that perhaps, going up them can be potentially dangerous. However, you think that they are in use because there's a symbol right next to them. Actually, someone scratched it. The symbol, you have no idea what it means, of course, but it seems legit because there are like those 3 crossing lines forming a downward pointing triangle. And and so it's
Seems
probably
legit.
it's probably left by the sewer jacks.
Oh, great. Oh, man.
So are you going up?
Oh, man.
It goes up, right?
Play
Yeah.
it to the character.
Yeah. Yes. I like, hey, Gustav, I think I found a way out.
I'm right behind you, buddy. This is so hard to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Hey,
Okay.
hey, hopefully you might have fate point left, right?
Yeah, no, I totally do. I have not used any fate points.
Okay.
Guys, it really just depends on which ones they are.
You are going up. Who's going first?
I figured since I found it, I was going up first.
Okay, in that case, please, Sean, roll me. And by the way,
Were you joking about the upside down triangle?
no, I wasn't.
No.
It's right next. It's not right next to the ladder. It's been scratched, by the way. This is not. This was made with paint. Johannes, make me plus 20% agility roll as you are going up the very, very unsafe, iron ladder. Nice.
Yep.
You go up, and of course you go to the sewer entrance. The circular, rather heavy lid. You open it, and you are immediately struck in the face by the shower, by the rain.
Golden shower.
Yeah, that's actually what I was also thinking. No, but it's not golden shower. It is, however, warm because this is one of those summer thunderstorms. You are drenched almost in a second from top to bottom, and Gustav, even you are getting hit by the torrent of rainfall.
Get a little.
However, Johannes, you quickly scramble over the edge and onto a small side street. Honestly, you can't, you're not sure yet where you are exactly, because I presume that you would probably right now try and help Gustav.
Yeah.
Gustav, you also roll me plus 20% agility test, please.
I've been rolling horrible today.
It happens, don't worry. You've passed.
Yay.
Fortunately, Gustav is pretty agile, and so both of you exit the sewer, and you are somewhere in Altdorf. You're not exactly sure where, but all around you, the buildings, of course, are rather tall, mostly made from many buildings in the so-called general areas of Altdorf made from bricks and to a small degree wood. So at least you're not in the east side, because their buildings are mostly made from rickety wood.
Yeah.
However, you're not really sure where you are. You don't see any characteristic landmarks. The buildings are like 2-3 stories high, and they are very bunched up together. Of course, you are the only ones in this side alley, because you don't even see beggars or alley cats or alley dogs, because I can't stress this enough. This is just horrible thunderstorm. You can't really hear each other that well unless you are shouting. So tell me right now, what is your plan?
Shout louder.
Let's look for a landmark. Let's get out of this alleyway.
Or a dry spot, an inn, or a bar, or something.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, as you are moving away from the sewer, and as you are moving away from the sewer, none of you even noticed a pair of claws getting the sewer lid and putting it back together, putting it back in its place. Fortunately.
Sweet.
None of you noticed that. You are moving onto one of the bigger streets in this neighborhood, and sure enough, you can see that in the houses, in the homes around you, in the buildings around you, like there's light here and there. People, you can hear. Actually, sorry, you can't hear because it's a thunderstorm, but you can imagine that you can hear people sitting in common rooms, drinking ale, spending time with their family and friends, trying to go through another hard day in the old world. Also, this storm is practically a blessing because it cleans most of the muck from you. Like, you are soaking wet, but at least you don't look as horrible as you did before. All of the shit, all of the grime, the gunk from the sewers. It mostly, it's been washed away. Like, without any rolling, of course. You see that there's some kind of an inn nearby. You want to approach it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure. In that
We need
case.
to regroup.
Sorry, what?
I said we need to regroup and
Yeah.
pivot.
In that case, naturally, you enter the inn, and as you walk inside, you see that it's practically full. Most of the people here are just, are either eating something warm and hearty, or just drinking away their problems and sorrows, as well as mostly just taking cover from the rain. It smells of unclogged chimney. Like, there's this very characteristic smell of what's the word? Like, there's too much smoke. Sorry, there's too much smoke.
Okay.
Inside.
Smog.
The smoke is actually so thick under the roof that it creates this practically, this cloud. It also smells
Smog.
of people who are very, very wet, who have wet clothes, and who are all sitting in a very warm room. Just.
Boys, it smells like New Orleans.
Oh yeah, thank you. That's probably
Mildew and piss.
Yeah, mildew, piss, and cum, just washing up the sewer to mix with old shellfish.
That's probably a good analogy. Even from the smell, you can also tell that neither food nor drink here are particularly good. But that this place is also not a complete murder. Then, when you've entered, no one even noticed you. People are just too busy taking care of their own problems. There's a bartender behind the bar, as well as two bar wenches, perhaps his daughters, who are helping him. What's the plan, boys?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's order some drinks and find a quiet corner to talk.
Okay.
Lick our wounds.
Yeah.
So, who's ordering drinks in that case?
3 ales, sir.
Alright, so you approach the bartender, a stocky-looking man, quite older, in fact. You guess that probably the girls will take care of the business soon from him. Wait a second, it's filling this up. And he looks at you, Gustav, and says, rain caught you out, right? You look
One of those nights.
Yeah, you look like you would certainly use something good to drink, maybe something to eat as well.
Just the drinks for now, sir.
Very well. You want oh, I have this warm triangle. Sorry. You want ale? You want wheat?
3 ales.
3 ales, very well. That will be 2 penny per mug. You sit at a free table, and one of my girls will bring it to you. He says, and you see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you see that one of the girls. They're not especially bad looking, although they're certainly not, not 10 out of 10s, right?
Hey man, you don't have to
Not
throw
Marla.
Yeah, they're not Marla. So you and Johannes take a seat. Actually, one of the only free tables is near a window. The window, which is quite interesting, is made from glass. Now, why do I say that's interesting? Because glass windows in the old world are actually very expensive, and only finer establishments and people with money can afford them. That said, this is not that fine of establishment, which makes the presence of glass windows kind of interesting, I would say. But again, the people around you, I mean, as you are sitting down, you see that the people sitting on nearby tables, they maybe take a few glances towards you, mutter something, but you don't really hear what. Both of you can roll perception tests if you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a modifier, then I fail.
Okay. Johannes, you've passed. Yeah, Gustav, you're just you are still like trying to remove the excess of water from your hair, and maybe it falls onto your onto the front of
It's
your
in
face.
his ears.
Yeah, it's in your ears. Johannes, that said, when you look around, you notice one interesting thing. This establishment probably only or mostly caters to the guard, to the watch. People here almost all people here are in uniforms. They have cloaks, and cloaks with hoods because of the rain outside, but most of them are guardsmen and soldiers. Only now you also spot halberds, leaning against the wall, a few arquebuses here and there.
Jesus.
You can see the handles of weapons, the buttstocks of pistols, stuff like that. And men and women sitting here are on the rather on the big, sturdy side. And the entire inn, in fact, like there's a lot of military paraphernalia, shields on the walls, helmets on the walls. There are even like very crudely made, but still drawings of some battles and skirmishes between the forces of the Empire and Smirad enemies. Yeah. So that's what you spot.
Cool. I feel safer already.
So one of the girls.
It's like that scene in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas when he goes to the cop convention with all the drugs in his suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Wait a second. Yeah. So one of the serving girls approaches you. She has this wooden serving tray with 3 metal steins full of ale. She puts them down on the table, and actually I am going to roll for perception on her part. She failed. She smiles at you, but without any honest warmth. You're just clients. Tells you that if you need anything else, mine Aaron, please visit the bar. She says, and then she walks away. You're sitting at the table. What are you guys doing?
I am trying to wring out my clothes, drink some ale for sustenance, and start checking my wounds and seeing if I can bandage anything.
Okay. So you are wringing your clothes, By the way, are you telling Gustav what you've noticed or not?
Oh, yeah. I just whispered to him. It's like, huh, this looks like a city watch bar.
Just play it cool. We're just here to get out of the storm. We're not up to anything nefarious.
Mm.
No, we are upstanding citizens of the empire.
But to sometimes traverse the city through the sewers.
No, we fell off a bridge and nearly drowned
Okay.
off one of the
I'm
makeshift bridges.
I'm gonna put 1 gold, 7 shillings in the third mug of ale
Mm-hmm.
and like position it in front of an empty seat.
All right. Is this an earn-out thing, by the way?
That's 1/10 of what I have money wise. Like the ordering the drink for a dead guy, that's just out of respect, but the leaving the money in it is Ronald.
Okay, gotcha. So let me quickly roll. Okay. When you did that, you also took a quick glance around if anyone would notice that, but no, you see that most people here are just too busy with their own drinks and food. Actually, another interesting part that Johannes and Gustav both of you noticed is that in this place there are quite a few clocks hanging from the wall and standing on some tables and on the parapets as well. Even right next to you, because you are right next to the window. You see there's this like old clock. Of course, it's not working, but it still looks rather nice. Yeah. So, Johannes,
Interesting.
yeah, you are trying to patch yourself up.
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, roll me without any.
I sit, so I'm kind of like shielding what he's doing from
It's really
the crowd.
impossible unless you will stand up and cover him with your cloak. Like this, you are in a pretty crowded place, surrounded by people. It's
Okay.
impossible to shoot him. Which, by the way, Johannes, you of course also know.
Yeah. No, I'm not worried about people seeing me. I've got a reason ready.
Okay.
So I will. So I can roll my heal skill.
Yeah, you can take your time, of course, if you want.
Yeah, I'll take my time.
Okay. So for how big of a bonus?
Just plus 10%.
Plus 10?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Then roll your medicine skill. Your healing skill, sorry.
Ah, god damn it.
You want to reroll that?
Yeah, I'll use the luck.
Okay. You are trying to put bandage on you. And actually,
I'm
by the
opening
way,
up the wounds.
this is important when it comes to heal. You can heal only. Actually, I will need to check that. I will need to double check that, but I think you can only heal once a day.
Yeah.
So, but I will need to check that later. I mean, you can for sure. You can't like heal. One test after another. That's impossible. So for now, let's say that you've put some bandages on yourself.
Yeah.
Cleaned,
Just.
cleaned the gag as best as you could, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And well, I mean, you've bandaged yourself. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, if it will work, you don't really know. Oh yeah, here it is. Wait a second. Yeah, next time you can try another day.
Yeah, that's fine.
But now I also need to.
Would you like me to try and heal you?
Fortunately, no one spotted you doing this kind of thing. Well, like I said, people here are just too busy with their own problems.
Yeah, if you don't mind taking a look at my Well, I forget where I got wounded. I think it was the arm or something. Or
I mean, generally, like out of combat, unless it was a critical hit, it doesn't matter. It's just
Yeah.
scratches and bites here and there. You are not heavily wounded, so it's not like you are bleeding out. You're generally aching, and you have lots of scratches on you, and that's really it. Yeah. So
So, do you want me to try to do a heal check on you?
if you don't
All right.
mind, I have some healing droughts. If you want to pour one in your ale there.
okay.
All right. Fucking hell.
Wait, if
All right.
if you would make the +10, you would pass.
Okay. Well, I didn't know, but I thought about it. So I don't know. If you want to give it to me, I will accept it.
Sure, of course.
Okay. You get 1 hit point. Is it?
No, because you've used
Okay.
bandages on him, and Gustav wasn't heavily wounded. So now, how does healing work? Remember, you also have not healing draughts, but the healing, I believe, healing salve. They also help
Which is
with
a pain.
healing. Roll D10, Sean.
Okay.
You've just brought 2 hit points back to Gustav.
Oh,
Steak.
very nice.
You can have maximum of 10, minimum of 1. If you are heavily wounded, you only restore a single hit point. That's why healing salves are sorry, not healing healing salves, I think, are important, because they always treat you as if you were lightly wounded. Even if you are heavily wounded, for the purposes of healing, you are treated as lightly wounded, and they are very, very cheap. They cost pennies. If you guys don't have them, I suggest buying them. But you've tried to help Gustav, so I'm going to make another roll. No, apparently all those people are completely drunk. They don't see anything.
I'm gonna give you a healing drought. Sean. And
Pour
take one myself.
ale.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right. So, what does the healing drought do?
Restores 4 hit points.
4
points?
Yeah, if you drink it, and if you are lightly wounded, it restores 4 hit points.
Okay, that's cool.
You drink it now, or are you just keeping it for now?
Drink it now, yeah.
Okay, you drink it now.
I pour it in my ale, but I drink my ale with
Right.
haste now.
Sure.
Yeah.
And when you... so you are using 2, Gustav, essentially, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you are drinking it, you feel this nice, warm feeling. You know, it's mixed with alcohol, so it's probably even nicer. You can feel your aches and, your pains slowly going away. You immediately feel much better. However, of course, still you are... there are some wounds on your bodies that will have to heal normally. But for now, as you will think about what to do next, let's return to Lambert and Gaston. You've just killed a man. He's laying dead, and and you are in the small side room. Behind you, I would like to remind, is the bathroom break. Behind you is the open entrance to the side, like to the room in which you were before. What are you going to do?
So this guy presumably has keys on him, correct?
You don't know. You need to check the body.
Well, I need to search his body. I don't really give a shit about one dead Longshanks. There's plenty of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
after the shit that I have seen this crew responsible for, I callously start going over this dead man's corpse.
Okay. Then roll me search, please. Okay. You don't really find anything of interest. You've only spotted that he indeed had a dagger, you know, strapped to his back belt. And as you are doing this, you can already hear people actually gathered under the door leading to the room from which we just came. So not this room, the other room. Gaston, when he's doing this, what are you doing?
I'm thinking, I'm looking around, trying to figure out
The
if
window
I should
here,
close.
the window here is not barred,
Okay.
as I mentioned before.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go to the window and see how high we are.
Okay, well, you're on the first floor, so
okay.
it's a good few meters down. Of course, you know, the thunderstorm here is also very much present. The rain just smashes into the window, and you hear you see the lightning, you hear the thunder in the distance. You also know that you probably have very little time. There's door leading outside, the door through which probably this man alerted the man outside. You know that, and then he returned to the table. But for now, Lambert, you don't find anything on him. What are you doing?
Is there some sort of like wooden? Is there some sort of like wedge or like something that can fit under the door?
Barricade. Yeah.
Wedge, something that can fit. The door here are actually, and generally this place is very well made. Like lots of buildings in the old world are, shoddy. The doors don't really fit the frame, stuff like that, but not here. This is the good stuff. This is the quality.
I mean, I'm
quality
looking at the door to my room that I'm currently standing in. It's a well-made door too, but there's a crack under it. If I were to fit something in there, it would be very hard to open that door.
Like a door stopper.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there is space between the door and the door and the floor, of course.
You said there was weapons on the rack, right?
Yeah, quite a few.
Is there a dagger on that rack?
A dagger?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that I even said that there are like 4 daggers there, of course.
I'm gonna pull a dagger off of that rack, and I'm gonna pull a cudgel off of that rack.
Sure.
And I'm gonna walk over to that door, and I'm gonna stick the dagger underneath, and I'm gonna hammer it into place.
Okay. Do you want to do anything with the revolving bookcase behind you?
We should probably shut
That's
that
what I was
too.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to shut that, and then you told
Because
me to look at the window. So
you will close the door, but the door behind you to the room opens, and the guys just pour in. Okay.
right.
Like you don't really need to look, because you can just pull the lever on the side, on which you found it in the room. So I presume that you do just that, and the bookcase once again slips into place. It rotates completely, and you're covered from that side, and you've hammered the dagger under the door. However, this means that I will roll for perception for certain people. No, it's 96. Nice.
Deaf.
The guys at the inn had 96. These guys have 97. They are too busy preparing to murder you. Oh, so yeah. All right. You've
Can we do something similar to the bookshelf door? Can we
no,
kind of
because
like ratchet it up?
the bookshelf. I mean, you can try. You can just try and, for example, I don't know, destroy the mechanism. The problem is you don't really know how it works because you're not an engineer. This kind of mechanism requires very specific knowledge. I would say that Gaston would probably think to destroy this lever. Lever is the thing inside your body. Lever. To maybe stop it from being used. But you see that there's really no space between the bookshelf and the floor. At least there's not space enough to insert a blade. Although, if you want, I can give it. You can roll with Strength test minus 20% modifier.
Might as well try.
Okay, so you grab, I would presume probably for a bookcase, maybe a sword.
Yeah.
Okay, you grab one of the swords from the rack and you try to insert it between. Nice. Yeah, that's a very good roll. You actually insert it between the floor and the bookcase, and using your armored foot, you make a few kicks, and the sword goes like, let's say, more than halfway through.
Alright.
However, for this I will also make them roll, and this is actually pretty loud. But it doesn't matter. Them boys are deaf. All right. What now? You, of course, you do know that even with those precautions, they will eventually be able to break through. It will just take them some time.
Is there like? Did he see how high up we are?
It's like
Yeah,
first
so we're
floor. So let me quickly check.
Oh, we're on the first floor.
It's like 10 feet.
10 feet. That's not terrible.
Is that
Is
what
there-
that
is
is
there-
in the old world?
I mean, first floor in Poland, it's... Oh, we had this conversation a few times. It's like 4 meters.
Yeah, it's about 12 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
4
that's,
meters.
we survived that.
Yeah. So...
I shouldn't even be wounded from that. Jumping down
Well,
that
you're in
high.
armor. That's the issue.
the armor actually doesn't defend from falling in this game.
No. I'm saying like armor would only add to the issues.
Yeah, normally it doesn't, but I can give some penalty. For example, you will jump off, and Andy will botch his roll, because the jumping, falling is you will need to test.
I'm thinking the best thing right now, lamp window, or we try to find another hidden way, but I don't know if we have time to do that.
Oh, this.
I can brace your fall.
This door goes back out the hallway. Is there not any drapes in this room?
There are drapes, of course. There are drapes on both sides of the window.
I want to get those down and start tying them together.
Okay, you get those down, and you start tying them up. Both of you roll me perception tests, ear-based.
Can I luck that?
Of course.
Well, that's not better.
No. All right. So, Gaston, you see that Lambert pulled 2 drapes, and he's quickly tying them up. The drapes are rather thick and they are rather long. Now what? It takes you a few minutes probably.
Smash that window.
Open that window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or open it. Or...
Gaston, you open the window without any problems. There's just this simple mechanism of, removing a small hook and then opening the window wide open. Immediately, water comes inside. The thunderstorm is ferocious. It's raging outside. Yeah.
I'm gonna tie the one end of the drapes off to the table.
Mm-hmm.
It's the table leg.
Okay, and you want to make this good, right?
The window's not big enough for the table to fly out, right?
No, of course not. But
Okay.
Lambert still can do a shoddy job. So I would like for you, Lambert, to roll me strength test. Let's say plus 10%.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, you make a very good knot. However, at this point, and both of you don't need to roll, you hear shouting coming from the other side, from the other room, and banging on the bookshelf. And you hear, try the other. You hear, Vincent, you there? You have them?
Would I have heard enough of Vincent talking to try and mimic his voice?
Oh, you didn't hear Vincent talk at all.
That's true.
You just
You'd be able to go
and killed him. Yeah, you killed.
Well, you can mimic that.
Oh yeah, and for that, if you mimic, they would be all right. It's all fine. Okay.
That's just how he talks.
Maybe he's fulfilling some of his servant duties to someone, you know.
Oh my god. No. Yeah, sadly you didn't heard that.
And you could always just shout out, "He's a little choked up," and I can make that noise.
Well, I don't think they think that there's supposed to be two people in there. So.
Desire to throw grenade inside intensifies.
I'm thinking we just need to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
man.
I think you send me down first just in case the thing fails, because me being taller, the fall shouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him down first.
Okay, so my question is, Gaston, do you have climbing?
I don't know.
Okay, because you see, you are using essentially you are
Well, you
using
know what?
this this line. However, there is climbing skill in this game, normally used for all sorts of climb-related tests. If you don't have it, you can still test on half. However, since Lambert did a very good job with the knots and stuff like that, I will say that you will test it on half and add plus 20%. Or you can just jump. I mean fall and try to land normally. It is also possible. It's up to you.
Well, now I'm trying to think this through. Maybe you should go first, Lambert. If the knot's that well, I mean, you did tie it well. I mean, it's not going to probably. I'm heavier.
My God,
So-
quit being such a fucking pussy.
At this moment, you hear steps outside
All right, I'm jumping out.
on the corridor.
Or I'm climbing out, or whatever.
Okay. So you're climbing. Okay. So in that case, you test your strength, but you
Alright.
You only test half of your strength plus 20%. So yeah, you've passed.
Yeah, I'll do it,
because, 22. Yeah. You went out and using the rope, you climb down. You're in the. You think you're probably right now on the side of this building, or maybe even behind it. The thing is that it's already dark, and it's raining like hell. You have no orientation at all, practically. No orientation at all.
Right.
I mean, of course, you've climbed out with the sword, stuff like that, with no problem.
Right.
By the way, Andrew, since you are still pretty fresh to that, and I'm saying this with utmost respect, so don't take this the wrong way, I would presume that you would also take a dagger with you from the rack. So you would have you would have an offhand weapon, which would give you potentially free parry.
Right.
Okay, so let's say that you also have the dagger and you have the funny ice pick in your trousers, or whatever, wherever it is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just happy to see it.
Yeah, I call it
Exactly.
the ice pick because I used to break the ice. Yeah, something like that. And now, Lambert, I presume that you also want to climb out, right?
I do. I have a cudgel, so I don't need to grab a weapon. However,
You don't want to have a weapon in your offhand?
You better grab
potentially?
something.
No. I have a. So like, they haven't started hammering on the door yet, right?
As you are preparing, they try to open the door, and when it doesn't budge, they start hammering on it.
I'm going to do as quick a search of this room as I can.
Okay.
Anything of use. Yeah.
There's a whole thing of weapons. What are you doing?
I mean, no, Gaston. At this moment, you are downstairs. I mean, you are outside. You are just looking at the window. You see that Lambert is still not coming out. You don't really hear anything because of the thunderstorm. Okay, Lambert. In that case, we can do this both. We can do this two ways. You can either make a normal search test without any modifiers, but I will roll for the assailants to try and hammer the door down. If they succeed, of course, you know what happens. Or you can make a minus 30% quick search roll. In that case, you'll still be able to jump out the window or climb down the window without me potentially rolling for them to enter.
We'll do the minus 30.
Okay, just so you know, if you botch, they will come inside.
Yep.
Okay,
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
sure.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you like.
That's so fucking close.
Yep. You can roll that, of course, if you have luck.
I don't want to waste my luck on this.
Yeah, it's worth
All
it.
right. I'm going for the drapes and sliding down. I don't have I don't think I have climb. Let me see here.
Climb. It's a tricky
No.
skill. Usually, thief characters
doesn't
have
come up.
it. You know,
Yeah.
survival.
I mean, I should get it. I've got scale shear.
You have scale shear surface tests. Sorry, scale
Yeah.
shear surface. So that's that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought climb was a separate thing.
No. It's.
All right.
No, that's a,
That's it. So in that case, you just test your basic strength plus 20%,
so
because you did
just
a very good.
test scale shear surface.
Yeah, plus 20, let's say. You've passed.
Well, I'm glad I had that plus 20.
Yeah. You've passed. You took a very quick glance around the room, see if there's anything useful in it. Unfortunately, there's not. So you rush to the window, you grab the drapes, and you slid down the drapes, like, without any problems. You landed right next to Gaston. Gaston, I, of course, presume that you have your weapons in hand, right?
Yes. Well, I have a sword and probably a dagger
Yeah.
attached to me somehow.
Okay.
Probably in my belt or something.
So you have a sword in your hand, all right. You're not sure where you are. You know that you're on the club's grounds, but you see, like, there are those large trees nearby. There's, of course, the wall, the high wall, covering the other side completely. Where do you want to go?
So we are outside of the actual house, but we're
Yes.
still inside of the wall.
Yes, you are on the
Okay.
And
grounds.
we don't really know which way is the front entrance versus the back end at this point.
My Lord Gaston, I don't want to alarm you, but everything that we're about to do is not very chivalrous. Is there like a dark? Is there dark patches that we can stick to?
There's like darkness everywhere because it's already very late. It's dark outside, and there's the torrent of rain that's practically covering, everything. So, if you ask me if you will be able to hide, there's really, no problem with that. Naturally, you look at Gaston and you think that perhaps you will be able to hide slightly easier than he will.
Let's hug. We're gonna hug the wall, and we're gonna move towards where the gatehouse was.
Right. Yeah.
So, who's going first? I mean, you are hugging the wall. You are moving towards the wall, passing the trees. But
I'll go first.
You go first, and Gaston, you are walking after him. Are you moving slowly or are you moving fast?
For now, while we have the element.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
For now, because they had just started hammering on the door at the room, we're going to move as fast as we can, under the presumption that they haven't.
Okay. You are moving in a direction that you think probably leads to the exit.
Yeah.
Or the entrance, depending on.
Yeah.
So, I want you, Lambert, really, and Gaston, actually, you can roll it as well. I would like for you to roll me perception test. Minus 20% given the elements. No.
Yeah.
But I will also need to roll. No, and this. No, I don't think he did. All right. you are moving through the dark and gloomy garden, very well maintained, with those huge, really nice looking trees that probably provide a lot of shade during hot summer days. You are hugging the vines covered wall. Sometimes in the darkness and the gloom, through the curtain of rain, sometimes you think you see shapes in the garden, men and perhaps dogs, just probably patrolling the perimeter, but none of them spot you, even if they even if they are there, right?
Yeah.
So eventually you reach a rather large open space, and here there are not that many trees. There are, however, like those small hedges, shrubs.
Buckage.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And even even through the darkness and the rain, you can see the very characteristic shape of the main gate, the gate through which you actually came. But it is still like, I would say, 15 to 20 meters from you, and like, you don't have to row yet, but you are also certain that between you and the gate there will be probably a few people. So we for now return to Gustav and Johannes. Gustav and Johannes, you are sitting in the inn that you don't really even know the name of.
Say, well, to be honest, out where the heck we are, and if we can get back to the guys and see if we can see anything from the outside.
I think it'd be pretty easy to just explain we got lost in the rain. To anyone in here, like, hey, we got lost. Dude, can you tell us where we are?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a better fellowship than me?
That's a common conversation topic. 44.
Okay. Mine's 49.
Oh, okay. I think you've been the talker. It's when it's just me and you.
Okay. So I look around for a friendly face at one of the tables
Roll
next to
me
us.
perception test in that case. You don't really see a friendly face here. Most people here,
Okay.
they are either facing away from you, or they have their hoods on, or their faces do not really look that friendly.
Okay.
If I see that he's scanning the room for somebody to ask, I'm gonna do the same because I think I could do that.
Okay, in that case, roll
Like
me stuff.
like this sucker over here. Hey.
You actually spot a rather young man sitting alone at the table. Now that you look at him, you indeed see that he has some sort of uniform on him, and and a half cloak hanging from his shoulders, both soaking wet. He's drinking what looks to be a mood wine, and he probably looks like he's no older than 19, 20 summers. So
Subtly nod in this guy's direction and look at Johannes.
sorry, Sean, can you repeat that?
Oh, sorry, you couldn't hear me?
Yeah.
I said, I will meander to his table and say, hello, good sir.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay, sure. You get up. You take your beer with you.
Actually, I'm gonna roll 100 percentile to see how much of my gear is left.
Okay, sure. Roll.
Fun.
Let's see. Oh,
Okay, so I've drank about half of my beer.
yeah. You have still slightly more than half.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I go over and say, good evening, sir. My friend and I here are looking for other weary travelers, companions to have a drink with. May we sit down with you?
Okay, when you approach
Do I
the
need to roll a
man,
charm?
when you approach the man,
Mhm.
you stand right next to his table. He looks up
Give
at
him
you.
-10 for being a creep.
Yeah. I want to give you a handy in the alley.
Yeah, pretty much.
You look at the man. I mean, he looks at you. He raises his head up, and he's rather surprised. Very young, actually, 20. Probably, like I said, probably 20 years. He has freckles on his face. He has blonde hair and bright blue eyes.
Mhm.
And now I want you to roll me charm test, since Gustav did roll very well when it comes to perception. I will give you plus 10%. Nice.
Bam.
He looks at you like there's not a hint of suspicion in his large eyes. He just nods and says, "Well, Sigmar knows that is very unkind to refuse a fellow weary Altdorfer a seat at one's table. Please sit down.
Yes, Bigmar be praised.
Always," he says. And so you sit down. Do you also bring Gustav with you?
Yeah, so this is my friend Gustav.
Oh, very nice to meet you, says the man. He nods at both of you. He says, I am Private Didgard Kuchler. Entered this into a chat. From Altdorf Garrison. So, he looks at you. What brings two of you to this fine establishment on this rather rainy evening?
Oh, we were we were traveling to visit a friend, and in the downpour we slipped and injured ourselves, and then got completely turned around, and we have no idea where in the fair city we are now.
Oh, really? He says. Sounds rather serious. Maybe you should go and find yourselves a healer, if that is the case.
Yes, but we don't know which way to go. We stumbled in here with rain-soaked eyes and throbbing heads, and we're just trying to cure it with a little ale before we head off. But we don't know which way to go.
Actually,
We could have ended up in known for all we know.
I roll perception for him. No. Okay. You see that he looks both of you up and down. You wonder if he saw the scratches, the talon slashes, stuff like that, but you don't really think so. You also don't really think that this kid is especially bright. Like, he's not simple, but definitely, he honestly looks like someone like some kid from the countryside trying to, escape from the from the hard life of constant toil, and just maybe because of his patriotism, he joined the Emperor's armies. So he says, but you do know in which district you are, right?
Well, we thought we were in.
You are mine Eren in Zwillingsgrab. This is this is one of the it's a very nice middle class, or at least my sergeant says so, areas just south of the Grand Cathedral of Sigmar. I've heard that Many successful artisans and merchants live here, although I must confess I'm not really interested in those sorts of things. So yeah, you're here right now.
Mm-hmm. Did I ping the right place, more or less?
You think that you are in the right section of the city because you believe that this is in the south part, where you really wanted to be, more or less, essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
Although probably you should, if you recall correctly, the Golden Triangle was more to the west, but still, you are definitely in the right general area. So I hope that this is the place that you were looking for.
I'm gonna describe the alleyway I was in by the Golden Triangle and say, yeah, that's where we were when the rain really started. Can you tell us how to get back over there?
Wait, I'm going to roll for him because this is a very
The alleyway.
Yeah, like we were walking, and that's the last place I took notice.
He says, well, good sir, I'm sorry to say that, but vague description of an alleyway is probably not enough for me. But wait, let me see. Oh yeah, Sergeant Hirsch is here. Sergeant, please, can you come over here? And, you know,
Sergeant Moorcops, can you get over here?
Yeah.
he waves at one of the men who are sitting at the table. One of the 5 men, actually, who are sitting at the larger table. All of the 5 men, of course, are looking at the young kid, at Didgard. One of them gets up. He takes down his hood, and you can see that, well, this man knows his business, obviously. He looks to be at least 40 years old, with impressive drooping mustache and, you know, polished but worn breastplate. He takes his mug, from which he also takes a rather large sip and approaches your table. What do you want, Kuchler? He asks. Can you see me and the boys are busy? What? We can leave you alone for 5 minutes and you're already crying for mommy? No, sir, says Didgard, and you see that he immediately went like red-faced. With the freckles, he looks like a huge strawberry, actually. No,
And
sir.
even the GM is bullying him.
Sorry, what?
So,
Now, sorry, Michael, you need to repeat once again because you've roboted like fucking Discord. Sorry.
fuck, man. You were bullying this kid.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, I probably am. As I said, like Kichler is obviously like chastised, and you know, he looks kind of downtrodden and says, "I'm sorry, Sergeant, but those 2 men here, they are lost and they are looking for their friend, and they've just described an alley to me, and I don't know where this alley is. Maybe you could help them, please." Sergeant looks at him. He looks at you. At both of you. He looks at him once again.
What I say was, which way to the Königsplatz from here?
Konix, like,
I'm just assuming that this big area here is.
yeah, it's Königsplatz. Königsplatz, you are far south of the Cathedral of Sigmar, near the southern part of the city. Königsplatz is at least 20 to 30 meters walk from here. Although I do not envy you if you want to walk in this downpour. Obviously,
Yeah.
the gods are pissing down on us from up high. Am I right? And he laughs at his own joke.
Some days it feels that way.
Yeah. Yes. Let me quickly make a roll. Actually, when you say that, Gustav, you see one thing. This man looks with squinted eyes right at you. He's not saying anything. I mean, after that, you know, that small laugh, but he's looking at you.
I'm gonna smile very non-threateningly.
He says after a second, "You boys look wounded. Something happened?" "Oh, they tripped and fell, Sergeant. I wasn't asking you, Kukla. Go outside and see if you're not there. That's an order." Of course, sir." So the kid just stood up, took his beer, and went outside into the rain. Yeah.
Yes, like the lad said. Even though it's older than me, we slipped, you know, with the great torrent of rain when it came down. We started running and we slipped and fell and hurt ourselves.
I see. He says.
And then we got confused as to which direction we were, you know, where we were, on our travels, and we saw this fine establishment and ducked in for a refreshment and to try to dry out a little bit.
So, both of you trip and fell at the same time?
No, but I mean, you know, you see
I'm
how.
gonna laugh when he says that.
He looks at you. He's not saying anything, but then he looks at you, Johannes. Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes.
Sentence?
The goddamn part, or the. No, I was just saying that you know, we were walking along and you know, the rain wasn't that bad, and then all of a sudden it started coming down like you know, like the twin-tailed comet, and we started running for cover, and you know, I slipped once, and then he tried to catch me, and he slipped also, and then we got up and we ran
I
some more.
certainly was not trying to catch you. I assure you that much.
I see.
Well, we're trying to help each other out. We're friends.
I'm trying to joke
Let's help
around in
each
front
other
of the sergeant, so he sees we're
I see.
just idiot.
Yeah. So, what are your names again? I didn't quite catch them.
Ruprecht.
Rup. Fuck's sake. Rup.
You already said my name, so I'm.
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah.
Gustav.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think Johannes said your name. Ruprecht and Gustav. I see. And then he, you know, there's this uncomfortable pause. You're not sure if he's going to do anything. Then he just shrugs his arms. Well, anyway, as I was saying, it's about half an hour trek north to the Königsplatz. I don't know why would you want to go there at this time?
Oh well, it's just to get our bearings.
Oh, alright. Well, then maybe you should perhaps just rent a room here for the night, and then following the dawn next day, just get out and reorientate yourself. I think it would be easier and probably better for your health. Summer or
That's
not,
an excellent idea, sir.
Summer or not, you really don't want to stay soaking wet all night. It's not good for the lungs, you know. It's not good for the lungs at all. He says.
Coming down like this, it looked like Marienburg in the morning, and I could find our way back.
Marienburg. those honorless those honorless whores selling themselves for a few gold pieces, and he spat on the floor. Anyway, have a nice evening, he says, and he returns to the table with his friends. I presume that Gustav probably glares at him a bit.
No, I held it in. It was a tight smile. I pretended to smile at his joke.
Yeah. So you know where you are. You are probably near the city walls, but actually you need to go further west. That said, you more or less realize where Königsplatz is. So tell me, before we return to Lambert and Gaston, what do you want to do, Johannes and Gustav?
If we have our bearings enough to figure out our
Yeah.
way to go back to the Golden Triangle, that's what do you
Yeah,
say?
they're expecting some.
Sorry, once again?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I said they're expecting some kind of support. So even if we can't come up to the sewers.
Okay.
Oh, God, the sewers.
I mean, remember,
Stay on the sewers, eh?
when you go into the sewers and you try to, if you would go back to the sewers, navigating them without the guide for you practically is impossible.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
No,
because
I will not tempt the hands of fate.
yeah, that's so yes, that's unfortunately
It's a miracle that we made it out. So
No fate points too. That was crazy.
yeah, no kidding, but that's true enough. So I presume that you finish your drinks, and you go outside and you head to Königsplatz. Right?
we need to go to figure out how to get back to the Golden Triangle.
Yeah,
So
because
if
from
that's Königsplatz,
from Königsplatz you guess that you will probably have easier time to do that. Although you also realize that it will take you at least an hour, if not more, to reach Golden Triangle. Because from Königsplatz it was like 20-something minutes when the weather was fine and it was light outside. But now, with with what is going on, what is happening, stuff like that, you have no idea when you will reach the place. But
Königsplatz first.
Yeah.
And then from there we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see them. They'll already be.
So you finish the last of your ale, and you go out onto the rainy street. You don't even know the name of this establishment, but it was nice enough. As you go out, you, sorry, what was that, Gustav? Oh.
Yeah. The name of it is Copland.
Copland, yeah, that's. Wasn't that the Stallone movie, if I recall correctly?
Yeah.
Outside you see in the distance, like near distance, the silhouette of the poor Divgal Kuchler, just walking in circles before the sergeant will allow him to return to the inn. And you make your ways to the Königsplatz. Lambert and Gaston.
Yeah.
You want to go to the entrance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
you said there was people. There.
You are certain that there are guards between you and the entrance. You saw them when you were entering this place. You saw them patrolling the perimeter. So
All right.
you are, even though you're not seeing them yet and not really hearing them, you know that they are there. So what I want you to do is I want you to roll stealth. Now stealth is advanced skill, so if you don't have it technically you can't roll it, but given the situation and the weather, Gaston, you will be able to roll half of your agility.
You mean silent move?
Silent move, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, silent move stealth. I'm thinking.
There's also concealment.
I'm thinking more of darkness. No, concealment is something else. Concealment is when you are
hiding. That's
still.
hiding things on you.
Yeah. Concealment is essentially hiding, for example, in the cupboard, like what Lambert did with the necromancer, stuff like that. Silent move is when you are trying to sneak through. So Gaston, you will roll half of your agility plus 30% because of the rain, and this is opposed test. So I will roll on your adversaries' skills against your skills. Lambert, you are leading the way. You have silent move.
I do.
So roll me silent move plus 30%.
Well,
You fail.
shit.
Damn it.
Interestingly enough, no. Don't roll yet because I can botch, or I can fail.
That's true.
That's the cool part. Gaston, now roll please. Half of your agility plus 30%. Nice.
Well, damn. That does it.
Yeah, I mean half of your agility minus additional minus. Half of your agility with minus 10, so like 36. So.
Well, he doesn't have minus 10 if he can. Or oh no, sorry, it's encumbrance.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
encumbrance. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, actually, let's quickly check if this is only for encumbrance or not. But I think that's only for encumbrance. Sturdy. See. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, no, you don't have the penalty to your speed, but you still have the minus 10% when it comes to wearing a piece of chainmail. So that's your agility is 36, half it is 18 plus 30%. You've passed very well. Now I'm going to roll for them, and they of course actually have minuses to spot you. And these are 2 rolls. The first one failed. Second one failed. Alright, so what is going on? You are moving through the practically open terrain, except for the through few like hedges and statues here and there, small fruit trees, stuff like that. And even though you're not seeing them, you can almost feel the presence of the guards here, and probably the guard dogs as well, because remember you saw the dogs when you were entering the area for the first time. You're halfway to the exit. You can see the silhouette of the gatehouse. Actually, sorry, of the gate itself. The gatehouse is like it's built into the wall to the left side of the wall. You know that this is where your sword is, Gaston, actually, and you also know that this is the place through which you must pass, because the gate, of course, is closed at this time of day. So I will also want one more roll from you. If you pass and I fail, then you will reach the gatehouse, and we can do the final stretch before you probably escape. So once again,
All right.
silent move plus 30. If you don't have it, then half your agility plus 30%. I mean, stealthy Bretonnian, who knew, right? And you've passed. You've passed numbered, so I'm going to roll for the last time. Nope. No. When you reach the gatehouse, when you reach the door, you also realize, I mean, you guys don't communicate with each other because of well, first of all, you are, moving stealthily, and second of all, it's very loud. But both of you realize that probably at this time, the search parties are going through the garden section, the inner wall section, looking for you, and you literally have seconds probably before they reach the gate and cut you off. You are standing in front of a rather sturdy looking door leading into the gatehouse. It's made from wood and reinforced with iron. What are you doing? Both of you are looking at each other. Of course, you only really see your silhouettes. You are soaked. You are completely wet. Gaston, you feel miserable. You have this armor on you. That is like, it feels like you have a lake under the armor plates.
Yeah. Well, I do. I have a third leg.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Well, I was gonna say, let's get my shit and get the fuck out of here.
Well,
That's all I was
that's
gonna
great. You got to open a door to do that.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm
let's do
gonna
it.
very, very gently push. Is the door locked?
Actually, that's a very good question. I will roll 50-50. If I roll 1 to 50, the door is opened. It's closed.
It's
You
closed.
try to push the door, and no budge.
I'm going to pull up the performance I did before to mimic that dickhead in the cellar.
Everard.
Yep. I have mimic, which gives me a plus 10% to the perform to speak as that person.
Okay, sure.
And I'm going to call through the door. Hey, open up! I don't have the key. I think they've gotten outside the wall.
Okay, just so you know, if you want to do that in this rain, you will need to do it rather loudly, and I will roll for, if people nearby will be able to hear you.
Okay.
Of course, you don't have to shout, but you have to speak loud enough.
You gotta speak loudly, yeah.
Okay, so in that case, roll this test, mimic.
Bam.
Yes,
Bam.
yeah, excellent.
Just call me Eberhard Lambert or Eberhard Cherryheart.
Yeah, just go ahead and let us in.
I'm going to. You loudly said, in Everard's voice, open the door. And of course, the door opens, and after, like, you hear, first of all, you hear Lord. Sorry. Lord Tarstone.
I don't know what his name is either.
Lord Tarstone. Of course, I'm opening the door right now. And the guy opens the door.
Knock his ass.
Yeah, and he stands. You see his silhouette standing inside. Behind him, you can see there's a single source of light, a candle. Standing on a table. In a candle holder. The man, of course, is like, he's also dressed like a servant probably, but this one is also armed and armored, lightly compared to Gaston, but still. And I will need to roll for him. I will need to roll surprise.
Would this not be surprise? Yeah, I was gonna say.
And he actually looks
Damn.
at you, and he's like, "You're not Everard."
Can I strawberry bat? Do what?
Sorry, I mean,
No, I was gonna-
at this moment we enter initiative. Because
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, yeah. All right.
So,
Put him in the nuts.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Is like, can I strawberry basket?
I would allow this if he wouldn't be surprised, but since he is, unfortunately, we need to do this normal way. So, D10 plus your agility. Once again, roll 3. And in that case, he has. So he has a 33. He has a 33 agility. Gaston, how much do you have? You have.
So
40.
since I have that thing, I don't have to take a 10 off anymore, right?
No. As I said, it doesn't. It only works for the speed. You have normal movement, but you still have minus modifiers to your agility. Sturdy only removes the movement penalty from wearing full plate armor, because you have sturdy, right? That's what you have.
Yes.
Double check. Yeah. But that's that. So you have 40 agility total. Lambert, roll agility, please. Oh, you've rolled, right?
I already did.
Yeah. So again, first is Lambert, then it's Gaston, finally is the man. Lambert, what are you doing? I presume, of course, that you have.
I'm strawberry basket.
Yeah, cudgel in hand. So, but wait, are
I'm
you?
strawberry basketing.
You're aiming at the nuts.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
I'm here. I'm here. Are you aiming at the?
I'm aiming at his ball.
Okay. So it's
However
minus.
shriveled up and
Yeah,
useless they are.
it's minus 20% in that case.
That's fine. This is about principle.
Of course. Nice.
As
69.
fun of a roll as that is, I would like to luck roll this because it's about principle.
Of course. You're 69 in him. Nice.
There you go.
Missed.
Oh, you still missed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
You try to smash the man in the nuts. Unfortunately, your blow struck the door frame really hard. Gaston, you have your sword in hand, your dagger
Right.
at your hip. What are you doing?
Did you say any of him? You said he was in armor, or is some of him exposed?
Just slightly armored.
Like he has pieces of leather armor all over his body, including his head.
Okay. I mean, I'm thinking I want to strike to kill, so I'll probably want to go for his neck or something, somewhere where I can kill him.
Well,
If I strike him in his chest, there's going to be armor, potentially leather armor, I guess, right? So
yeah, I mean, he also has because remember, neck when it comes to game rules, it's considered part of the. If I recall correctly, it's considered either part of the torso or the head, and he has armor on both of those. So,
well, I mean, I'm going to try to strike him wherever he's most vulnerable. So
okay, so you're just rolling attack, right?
right. So
Okay.
weapon skill.
Weapon skill, yes. Nice. He will try and dodge, and that's the only thing he can do because he doesn't have a weapon in hand yet. And he jumped away just in time. This man obviously had some kind of training. You tried to slash him once, he jumped away. Now it's your second strike, minus 10%. And your second strike again goes
Can I
wide.
luck?
You want to luck?
Can I luck that or no?
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't used luck
Sure.
at all today. So.
Then reroll. Again, you've almost skewered him, but unfortunately the blow just destroyed the other side of the frame. Now it's man's turn. Man's turn. The guard's turn, and first of all, of course, he pulls out the weapon and he will strike one of you. I will percentage that 150 Lambert. And he also shouts, or rather roars, "They are here! They are here!" And that's all, because this is the only thing that he can really do. Unless he has quick draw, let me quickly check. No, he doesn't. So he's shouting really loudly, "They are here! They are here!" And now I need to roll with a big minus modifier because there's a thunderstorm, but still, perception tests. Okay. And he tries to strike you down, Lambert. He slashes at you with his blade. Fortunately, he misses completely. The blow is very clumsy. You have no problem dodging it. We enter new turn. Yeah, that's that. Lambert, what are you doing?
Attempt a strawberry basket again, man. It's gotta happen.
Okay.
No. I mean, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
That's a bug.
Fuck.
Oh, come on.
You hit yourself in the balls.
You
I
have.
ain't got any luck, boys. This is it. That's a botch.
Okay. Now, please roll me in that case. Oh, by the way, since we are on the topic of botches, I don't recall if I told you before, but we are using slightly new rules. Remember when you roll 1 or 2, this is absolute success when it comes to normal tests. And in combat, if you roll 0, 1, 0, 2 during, when hitting an enemy, it also applies +1 damage. Because I think this is a nice counter point to the 99-100. Since we are not using normal botches. Normal botches in Warhammer 2nd edition are from, I believe, 95 or 97 to 100. and in my games, it's it's always doubles above your skill. So this is the first part. Remember about this because it's for your benefit. The second part is something that I'm actually using in my other group, and we don't have to use this if you don't want to, but we decided in that in that second group that if you botch, you can, without permission from your friend, by the way, strike him. You can strike him instead of botching. Actually, no, sorry, with permission from your friend. If your friend agrees, like if he's right next to you, for example, now Lambert, you got botched, so Gaston is right next to you. If Gaston agrees, you can deliver the strike to him. However, you only roll for hit location and damage, and he can dodge or parry that. Now, obviously, in the second group we are running our game like it's Caracas Gao, very combat oriented, and
Are you playing Caracas Gao?
Yeah, Caracas Gao.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's pretty sweet. And the guys there, they are playing dwarves with Gromio armor, shield, stuff like that.
No, here's the thing. As much as I like hurting Longshanks, I'm not going to hurt Gaston. He's never done anything to me.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I'm just going to take the botch. It's the right thing to do.
I mean, of course, it's not like you would intentionally hit him. It will be a collateral damage, so to speak. But I'm not going to use this rule unless all of you agreed on that. And honestly, I don't particularly care if you do or don't. This is just an option. So tell me, if you want to use it or if you don't want to use it.
I personally would say no.
Okay.
No.
And in that case, if a single person says no, then there's no more discussion because
Like in the case of like dwarves in a mine, it makes sense because you got 4 fat fucks in close proximity swinging axes around like there's no tomorrow. That makes sense. I'm one little fat fuck between 3. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking right now because this looks like a horrible image.
No worries. Okay. So in that case, Lambert, yeah, just before you roll on the batch, like one of my players actually KO'd the other one with this because he struck him in an armored part and he rolled Ulrich's Fury, so he actually took him out.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, but honestly, I also don't think that this really fit this kind of game. Like Michael said, Caracas Gao is a dungeon crawler. There's only combat there. There's nothing else. And we are having essentially, normal WFRP experience. So, Michael, I would like for you to roll me D10, just normal D10.
All right.
Let's see. 4. Okay.
4.
So what happens? Having no sense of fair play, the guard sidesteps your blow, which would probably bash in his balls. You are unable to stop the blow and stumble. You fall to the ground, and I will tell you, and you fall to the ground rather badly. It will take you 2 turns to stand up. And while you are down, of course, the opponent gets a bonus modifier to hit you. You are laying prone. But now, Gaston, it's your turn. What are you going to do?
Okay, I'm just gonna strike back.
Okay, so once again you're making the swift attack, right?
Right.
Okay, roll
Yes.
me 2 attacks. Okay.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
even with bonus modifier, you failed because it's 2 against 1, but still. And so second strike -10. It goes to the head. Very nice. The man desperately tries to dance away from you. And he manages. Only just, but he manages. Yeah, by the way, he passed by 3. Just so you know.
As a fucking ninja.
Yeah. The blow would probably remove his head. Now, what the man does? The man does very simple thing. He closes the door. And
We weren't inside.
No, because he opened the door, and like you didn't come inside. He was standing in the doorway. None of you ever told me that you come inside.
Okay, so you're just screwing us now. That's what you're doing.
Pretty much. But I mean, me or the guard?
Maybe both.
Well,
Just kidding.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No, because from what I understood is that Lambert impersonated the rich Haskell. I don't even remember the names of my own PCs. Thank you. Not Evander, Everard. Thanks you.
Everhard, yeah.
Yeah, and Everard. The guard opened the door, and you immediately attacked him, but he was in the door. So what he's doing right now is he's taking half a step back. It's not considered a movement action, by the way. Half a step is like quick action. He closes the door, and as his second action, he probably just shuts the bolt, and that's it. But while still screaming, "They are here!" as his second free action. Because he's seeing a very nasty Bretonian man outside and a halfling who goes for Zinats. Yeah, and he's not having any of that shit. So, after that, we have new round. Lambert, you are still laying on the ground. You fell rather badly, perhaps not hitting your head, but still, you're dazed a bit. So you try to get up, but the ground is all slippery. What are you doing?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I rolled D20 and I rolled D100. Oh wow, 93.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What is this? What is this?
It's a meme on a meme.
It's a meme on a meme.
Oh my god, it's horrible. I saw this movie when I was a kid. Oh.
Uh-oh.
So, Michael, what is the plan?
I'm trying to get up.
Yeah, okay, so we're trying to get up. As we established, it takes you at least another turn. Gaston, meanwhile, what are you doing?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that we can break in now.
You can just kick the door down. It's it's a strength test.
A free action, or it's action, or it's a strength test.
It's a strength test, but given how sturdy and solid the door is, I would say that minus 20% is in order.
Alright.
So if you want to kick the door down, by the way, I rolled if anyone heard the guards shouting, and as you saw, I rolled 93. So yeah.
Is that a botch or no?
Botch?
No, it's not. It just means that they didn't hear him.
Yeah, no, they didn't botch. They just didn't hurt him. So
It has to be doubles to be a botch.
Yeah, doubles above your skill level.
Mm-hmm.
So roll me strength minus 20%.
There it goes.
No, but this is important. You had a single success, so when you are kicking the door, you feel that the door is actually splintering. The wood is splintering. The hinges are giving way. You are doing something. Next round, if you continue kicking, it will only be minus 10.
Okay.
So this is
Nice.
This is pretty sweet. So the guard, meanwhile, you hear like commotion from inside. You hear like he's taking something. He's shouting very loudly, but unfortunately for him, he's shouting from inside the building, and outside there's the storm. So I'm once again going to roll, and unless I roll very low, no one hears the poor man. Remember, he has kids and family and stuff like that. So, new round, Lambert, you eventually get up. You see that Gaston is just hammering on the door with his iron foot. And actually, you can see that the door is giving way. Gaston, what do you want to do? Like a single action, of course, it took you single action to get up, so you have one action left.
I am going to
Sorry, what?
help him with kicking down the fucking door.
Okay, so roll strength minus 10%, as I've said. No, you
Nope.
are kicking at the door, but you don't have any boots, so that's really ineffective. Or something. Actually, I don't know if Lambert doesn't have any boots. Maybe you are wearing shoes. I don't think we ever established that. But of course, I mean, you know, you are helping. So Gaston, given that you have a little helper at your side, let's say that you have strength minus 5% this time.
All right.
Unfortunately, that's not enough.
How many lucks do you have?
You have.
You have.
According to your fate points, you must
Yeah.
still have, I think, at least 2.
If you have the lucky
Okay.
talent, you have +1 more
Yeah.
than that.
You have additional 1.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and lock it.
Okay, sure.
Stay this thing open.
Yeah, that's a botch.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Roll me D10, please. 8. Okay, so what happens is you kick the door at such a bad angle that you've jarred your foot. You can't do anything. Like, next turn, you can only hobble, like jump on your one good foot, hissing from the pain. You can't attack next turn in any way. And Lambert, you see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the guy inside. The guy inside will fire his
Full
gun.
3 Stooges now.
Sorry, what?
I said they're going full 3 Stooges now.
From inside, you hear the sound of discharged arquebus. Oh, and by the way, he says, of course, say hello to my little friend. So yeah, because he's trying to shoot you through the wood. First of all, I will roll on his ballistic skill to see if he actually succeeds, and then we shall see. No, you hear a thunder coming from inside, and part of the door, like suddenly a huge hole in the door appears between Lambert and you, Gaston. Both of you hear the bullet whizzing between your heads and striking either the house behind you or one of the statues. You know, there's this even through the rain, you can smell the acrid smoke, the smell of discharged gunpowder emanating from inside. And sadly, that means that I will now roll for perception for the people closing in. Slightly. No, apparently they didn't hear that. They were too busy, if you know what I mean. So, as we are returning to, as we are leaving Lambert and Gaston hopping on one leg, we return to Gustav and Johannes. Eventually you've reached the what's the word of this? The Königplatz. Actually, no, sorry, the Königplatz is here. Wait, you want to go to the Königplatz, Sean? Here?
Yeah.
Okay, so
well,
sorry. In that case, it took you an hour and a half. I thought that you were talking about the Platz before the Emperor's Palace.
No, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about that.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I said it because that's where I.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's.
Oh yeah, there is number 24. Yeah, no, that's not where I was trying to go. I was trying to go to this dildo statue.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, the dildo statue, the Königplatz
The old dildo.
Yeah, the Königplatz is the place that is relatively close to your inn, Shepherd's Want, and of course to sweet Hannah. So you know. that is important. Okay, let me see. Check one thing. Okay, so it took you half an hour to reach this place. Mercifully, there weren't any complications along the way. Like, you've actually passed a few people who mostly were, hurrying back to their homes with cloaks over their heads, or just some of them even had like those, either bags covering them, trying to cover themselves from their weather, or at least 2 times you saw like men with just pieces of wood used as makeshift umbrellas. You eventually approach the very, very nice looking buildings. Like the closer you live, the Emperor's Palace and the Grand Cathedral of Sigmar, of course, the architecture is much nicer, and people living here are probably some of the wealthiest in the entire empire, and most powerful, obviously. When you are finally arriving at the place, it's completely dark, and only in the flash of thunder you see the spires of the Palace of Karl Franz, the Palace of the Emperors. Only in the flash of thunder you see the Reichsguard patrols in their heavy plate armor, walking back and forth, checking if everything is all right and safe around this most important of all the buildings in Altdorf, if one, of course, not takes the Grand Cathedral of Sigmar into account. There are only, like, you are just 2 normal guys, so no one really looks at you or stops you or anything. And then you take a turn and you move towards the western part. You're passing the pass once again. You're walking towards this bridge to reach the Golden Triangle. Do you want to do anything along the way? Do you want to, I don't know, talk about something, or maybe try to buy something? I mean, at this time, practically every single shop is closed, especially in this weather, and only the inns are open, and taverns, and ale houses, and eateries, and even not all of them, because So, tell me, please.
No. If we can tell if Lambert and Gaston need our help.
How are we going to know if they need our help?
That's actually a good question.
But like, assume they need our help.
Well, that's just it. We don't know. So let's go back there and see what we see.
Oh, by the way, sorry. This is
Brain, isn't it?
The Platz that you were on is called Kaiserplatz, and is situated between the Imperial Palace and the Holy Temple of Sigmar. And you know that this is the closest the public can get to the former. And as I've said before, it is often patrolled by the Reichsguard, who are considered some of the best, if not the best, knightly orders. The best knightly order in the entire empire. They actually often conduct drills in the square, at least in part to remind the citizens of their presence and power. Please continue.
It's pouring down with rain still, right?
Incredibly. There's not a single dry patch on your bodies.
Okay. As we're moving, under my cloak, can I try and reload the crossbow pistol?
You can.
I think you said the crossbow pistol I cannot reload, right?
No, you can. I said that, like, normally you wouldn't be able, according to the rules, but if you pass me intelligence test, you will be able to. If you won't, however, you won't be able to pass this test in the future, unless you get the specialist weapons crossbow skill.
In the very least, I want it to look loaded. You know what I mean? Like even if it doesn't have a bolt in it or something.
Well, I understand, but you know, you will need just to pull the string, so you'll be at the I mean, you'll be able to put a bolt on it anyway. Nice, you've passed.
Ooh.
Okay, so what this means is that next time you will also be able to roll intelligence and reload. However, if that would be combat situation, since you don't have the skill, just so you know, Brian, reload in a combat situation would take you at least twice the time that it normally takes. However, now you're not in combat, so as you are walking, you're holding the crossbow pistol under your cloak, and you are fidgeting with it. You are playing with the string, you know, trying to pull it, and eventually, of course, you manage to do that. Tell me, you had additional bolts for it, right?
I have 9 more.
Okay, so you place one of the bolts on the weapon, and yeah, the weapon is loaded actually. Naturally, since this is a crossbow, you know that, I mean without any rolls of course, you know that, for example, that you know you have to keep it in a certain position for the bolt not to fall off. But yeah, you've reloaded your crossbow pistol without much problem, because you had 4. Yeah. Johannes, you've reloaded your crossbow or not?
Same thing. I will try to do it.
No, you don't. You don't need to. You can reload. Normal crossbows can be reloaded normally. You don't have to possess any skill to reload a normal crossbow.
Okay.
You only need specialist weapons crossbows for crossbow pistols and for repeater crossbow.
Okay.
But not normal one. Okay, so in that case, you move ever forward, and now just so you guys of course know, this is not taking place at the same time as Lambert's and Gaston's adventures.
Right.
So unfortunately, when you cross the bridge here, and you enter the very nice wide lanes and alleys of this district, you know, in which the Golden Triangle actually lies. We shall see if Gaston and Lambert are actually still there. So, Gaston and Lambert, what are you doing? Lambert, Gaston, you stopped dancing on your single foot.
All right.
Yeah, so Lambert, still, this is you're going first. What are you going to do?
Trying not to die here.
There's a hole in the door now. Can that help us get in?
There is a hole. Like this is a hole the size maybe of a small fist. No, this is a hole made by a bullet.
I know I'm a small guy, but I'm not that small.
Yeah, not by a grenade launcher. So.
But okay, so is the door weakened even more though now with it having splintered a hole through it?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say that you only have to test your basic strength right now.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
But remember that this turn, actually, sorry, you weren't able to do anything last turn or this turn?
Last turn.
Last turn.
Okay, so this turn you can act normally. Okay, but first is Lambert. Lambert, what are you going to do?
Boom!
Nice, Lambert. You've simply bum rushed the door with your shoulder, and you've broke it. The door fell inside. You see this small dingy room. There's another door leading outside. The door with a small, iron barred window. There's a table, weapon rack, and as funny as that sounds, a weapon basket full of weapons, probably belonging to the guests. There's also a man holding a discharged arquebus, looking at you with wide eyes. I'm not going to roll for surprise.
You're dead.
For him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are inside, and now it's Gaston. Sorry, actually no, you're not inside yet. You just barged open the door. Gaston, you are up now. What are you going to do?
Okay.
You also see what Lambert sees, essentially, right? Because
Right.
you were very close to him.
Right. I still have my sword.
Yes.
Okay. So can I, Lambert? You don't have any weapons, right? Lambert
got a
doesn't have any
cudgel.
weapons.
No,
Got
Lambert
a
Can I?
cudgel.
has a cudgel. Yeah.
Okay. Is a dagger better than that or no?
No,
Dagger sucks.
because cudgel
Okay.
is just is a hand weapon, so it has the same stats as a sword.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna try to attack this guy if I can.
Okay, so you enter the
Or at
room.
least.
Yeah, I mean, so you try to enter the room and you just try to strike him down. Of course.
Yeah.
You take a quick few steps towards the man and you raise your sword to attack. Roll weapon skill. Nice. That's you want to luck that?
Nice. Well,
Luck that. You need to luck
Yeah.
that. That's a botch. Luck it.
You've almost
come on.
lost the grip on your sword. It almost fell to the ground. The man looks at you and says, "You're fucked now." And you know he drops the gun on the floor and takes up the sword that is laying on the table. He didn't shift his sword; he actually put it on the table, and tries to strike you with a single slash. Gaston. So let me quickly see. Yeah, and the strike goes right towards your arm. Do you want to dodge or parry? You have you didn't. You said that you don't have your dagger in your hand, right? You said that your dagger was at your hip.
Well, I mean, it was when we were walking through the garden, but I think it's probably in my hand now. So
Okay, no worries. So right now it's in your hand, but just remember, Andrew, that pulling weapon is an action. So you also need you always need to declare that.
Okay.
But of course, let's say that you have your dagger in your hand, sure. So you can either parry with the dagger or you can dodge. But if you want to dodge, you will be having minus modifier of 10% because you have full plate armor.
Okay.
So
I
it's
guess
up
I'll
to
try
you.
to parry.
You'll try to parry. Alright.
Yeah,
So
I would parry.
yeah. So roll weapon skill.
Come on.
Actually,
Oh,
no.
You gotta be
Jesus
kidding me.
Christ.
I've only
Jesus,
rolled like
bud.
90s, 70s, and 60s. It's ridiculous.
You're having my kind of luck.
Yeah, normally Sean has this kind of rolls. I will admit that, or me as a GM, like, especially on the higher level enemies, like they have 60s, 70s, and I'm always rolling 80s, 90s for them. Excellent. That's why you can't really have good Skaven assassins in second edition. They are just weak. Tell me, Gaston, do you have any more luck? And if so, do you want to use that? You've already used, I believe, 3 points of luck. So unless you have 4, let me see. Actually, you only have 2 fate points.
Okay.
Oh. Wait. So you have only 2 fate points. So you all right? We'll let it go. But remember, you only had 2 points of luck. So tell me, Andy, did you send me your character's backstory or not?
I have not. I know. You're trying to help me out.
Yeah.
I have not, no.
Okay, so remember, you can always get another fate point for us. Right, so said you don't have any luck, so I am going to roll damage for him. He manages to land a blow on your arm. However,
I have a luck if could use it, but I'm across town.
Yeah, like I said, I sometimes allow players to spend luck for others, but very rarely. I don't want this to be a common thing because it can really disturb,
Right.
like, unbalance the game. Fortunately, this man, I don't think he did anything to you. Let me quickly see. He struck you for 4 damage, which I don't think he did anything to you at all. Because how much toughness do you have?
52.
52. So you have toughness.
Yeah, 5.
Toughness
Yeah.
5, and you have.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't have full plate, from what I've seen on your character sheet. You have mayo and plate helmet, right? So, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you just didn't enter this into your.
Well, I think you guys told me that I had full plate, but maybe I haven't updated it or something like that.
Okay, so
you have to. I mean, I know I'm botching a lot of things.
No worries, man. It's like you're learning, and let's take it in stride. So okay, so you have full plate. So that means that you essentially have 10 points of damage. You have 10 points of soakable damage before anything happens to you. So the man's strike simply glanced off your plate, and that's that. Now we have new turn. Lambert, you see that Gaston clashed with the guard. Sorry, I just need to roll one more thing. Unfortunately, Lambert, you also hear from behind you, from your left, from your right, but mostly from the direction of the house. At the gate! They are at the gate! Cut them off! Quickly! The voices are still some distance away, but you know, Lambert, that this is it. What are you doing?
Yeah. I gotta kill this guy.
Yeah,
you
can charge, but you can approach and strike him. You get plus 10% from Gaston.
I got it. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so you enter the room. Yeah.
Fuck this guy.
Damn.
Fuck him.
And you strike.
Take this, you racist piece of shit.
And you strike the man straight into the solar plexus. Roll. Actually, sorry, he.
I swear to God, this guy dodges again.
Yeah.
If you cock block this, you son of a bitch.
Turn this thing off.
Yeah, he did actually. I mean,
are you? Oh!
He dodges on 30. Okay, that's the thing.
By Sigmar as my witness, I will bring this whole city to the fucking ground if you do not die where you fucking stand.
You try to smash him, but he danced away. Fortunately, that means that he won't be able to dodge Gaston's strike, because he already used the dodge action. Gaston.
Well, I won't hit him anyways, so.
Yeah, now it's your 2 attacks. You have plus 10% from Lambert. Roll. Nice. It goes towards his arm. Roll damage. He can't do anything. So.
What do I roll? D10 for damage,
D10
right?
plus your strength.
Yeah.
5, and you have. I think we said that you had strength 4, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And
45
strike mighty blow. So 10 points damage total. Okay. In that case, you've opened a huge gash on his arm. You simply, you expertly wield the blade and blot the man. He howled in pain, and this is just, his left arm gushes blood profusely. Now you reverse the grip and you once again strike him. Roll second strike, minus 10%, so your basic. And unfortunately, your second strike he takes on the edge of his own sword, desperately trying to fight you off. Now it's his turn, and he's crying, "They are here! They are here! Help me!" And what he's doing is he's entering defensive stance, which means that both of you will have a minus 20% to strike him. And now, Lambert, you're up. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm killing this fucker, man.
Okay.
God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah, you try and break through his defense, but you see that he simply entered into this strange, almost trance-like state of, putting his sword in front of him and just fending you off. However, there's still Gaston Leroux, noble son of Bretonia. Go ahead, Gaston.
This is the most This is the most un-Bretonian thing.
I'm too chivalrous for this shit.
My ballistic skill probably sucks, and I'd probably not shoot it well, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll go and try to hit him.
No worries. Yeah, you did, and he can still dodge because defensive stance allows you to dodge strikes. But let me. He failed. Roll damage. The blow goes towards. Ooh, that's nice. 12 total, right? Okay. 12 total. Okay, so what this was, Gaston, because of Lambert's destruction, the man opened himself to you from the left side, and once again your blow went. I mean, it simply went under his left armpit and exploded from the other side, from his right shoulder, through his right shoulder blade. The torrent of blood is obscene. The man falls to the ground, dying almost immediately. He fell to the ground so hard that he almost wrenched the sword from your hand. We exit the initiative. No, sorry, we can't exit the initiative yet. Now is next turn. Both of you, Lambert and Gaston, you can hear many voices and many men approaching your location rapidly. Lambert, what are you doing?
I am dodging the fuck out and running my ass away.
Okay, so you are approaching, running to the door on the opposite end, opening the door. Okay.
And I have flee.
And no, and that's it for this round, because you need to approach the door as a single action, open the door as a single action, and you are preparing to run. Gaston, what are you doing?
I need my sword.
So you are searching for the sword in the basket, yes?
Thanks a lot, Lambert. You would have been better at this. Yeah.
So you are approaching the basket as a single action and then making a search as also a single action. Roll me search test. Plus
okay.
30%,
What do I?
Plus 30%, by the way.
Okay. What do I roll for this though?
This is a perception. This is intelligence.
So intelligence. Okay.
Yeah.
You've passed because plus 30%.
Okay.
You very quickly locate your sword because it is a very characteristic looking weapon. You prepare to grab it, and now, as both of you can hear that the enemies are practically right next to the door that you came through, Lambert, you are running outside, I presume, yes? And just running the hell away from here, yes?
Yep.
Okay, and Gaston, you grab the sword. It's a, let's say that. Sorry, do you have a quick draw?
Quick draw?
Yeah, quick draw means that you don't spend full action drawing your weapon. It will also help you in this case.
Where is it under?
It would be a talent. I don't think you have. No, sadly not. You have etiquette, character, so strike mighty blow. No, unfortunately not. Okay, so you take out your sword normally. Do you leave the other sword or do you keep it?
Oh, I leave those, so I don't need it.
Okay, so you just drop it, and I presume that you also move towards the door. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have any penalties to running, but you're not running yet because running is a double action. So you're just moving there. And so when you reach the door, you take a quick glance behind you, and you already see that almost in the doorway on the opposite end of this room, you see a few silhouettes. Lambert, you are meanwhile outside, and I think that we probably end this here.
Sounds good.
Because depending on the situation, we will need to run another combat. Johannes and Gustav, at this point, you are simply moving towards Golden Triangle. Unfortunately, it will probably look this way, that if Gaston and Lambert actually will be able to escape, and I think they will, you will, like, this happened like half an hour before where you are now, Gustav and Johannes. You know, because
Okay.
It took you some time to go through the sewers. Took you some time to, like, you spent some time in the inn, then walk to the Kaiserplatz, from Kaiserplatz to the west, stuff like that. You know what I mean. So you will almost certainly, unless Lambert will tell me for some strange reason that he just sits in the alley right next to the Golden Triangle, then it will almost certainly mean that you will be, not meeting each other in the location. But for now, we shall end the game
That's
here.
fair.
I think it was a very cool game.
Yeah.
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 think so.
And by the way, Andy, don't worry about the rolls. That's like half of the fun from playing Warhammer Fantasy is that sometimes, like, there are all those batches, those missed rolls, even if you have high weapon skill. Of course, it's not cool if you have them all the time. I get it. It's very frustrating, but it can also bring lots of fun. Okay, so for points, experience points, everyone for today's game gets 65 basic. All of you get 10 points. Once again, the guy who's making notes knows the points.
Yeah, I got it.
Sure, thank you.
65.
65 for your characters, everyone gets 10 points. So total max possible. Place of birth, Gustav. You said something about Marienburg, and I tried to bait you with Sergeant, telling you some not so nice thing about Marienburg. You didn't cut the bait, so I'll give you 10 points. That's very cool. Johannes, what about you?
Did I get anything for the Marienburg joke about the rain?
Yeah.
Well, you got a full 10 points.
You have 10 points.
Oh,
you
okay.
have full 10 points anyway. So. Yeah, that was very nice. Johannes, what about you? Rakeland, stuff like that. Sorry, Sean, if you're saying something, Discord once again acts rather funny.
Yeah, I
can
hear you.
Okay. So I was trying to think if I then I said something. I thought I said something about Reichland to the young kid, but I'm struggling to remember if I actually did or not.
You did. I don't remember what the reference was. You said something.
Okay, so let's say that if you said something to him, I don't remember honestly, but of course, I always trust you, Sean. 5 points for you, I think, in that case.
Well, I think I said something about being a good son of.
Yeah.
I said being a good son of the Empire. I didn't say Reich.
Well, yeah, remember that you can, like, saying good son of the Empire technically falls under that, because Reichland is the Empire, essentially, right? This is the most important province. Funnily enough. So I will give you 5 points for that. Lambert, what about you and your and the moot?
I did not mention the moot.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, you and Gaston today
did not do a lot of talking.
Yeah, you didn't do a lot of talking because you were sneaking, fighting, stabbing, and dancing on your feet. So also, Gaston, anything about Carcassonne?
Well, I made a big deal at birth.
Sorry, come again?
So I mean, that's a kind of place of birth.
Sorry, you need to repeat that because.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll say I made a big deal of trying to get my sword, which
Yeah, true. That's true. And you know what? In fact, I will give you 10 points for that, of course, because you, like, out of game, Andy, you will almost certainly have another fight on your hands very quickly, because of the sword. Because you stopped to grab the sword, you also slow down a bit. But you will have the advantage of terrain because narrow entrance, right? Only a single enemy at a time.
Right.
We shall see. So I will give you 10 points. That was very cool. You did everything to retrieve your family heirloom. Now religion, Gustav, 10 points. I saw what you did with the beer, stuff like that. Also, I really like the fact that No, wait, sorry. Johannes patched you up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Still, I will probably give you 10 points. Johannes, what about you?
Well, I mean, I just sort of echoed the, Sigmar, whatever, Sigmar be praised. But I did make a reference to it's coming down like the twin-tailed comet. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, that's that. There was that, and there were also a few other things I remember, so I'll give you 10 points. Lambert, what about you?
The only god that I mentioned was Sigmar, and that is not my god.
Weren't you actually? Oh no, you were a run-out convert, right? Lambert. Oh man, the Discord is really giving me hard time today. Why I do this Discord? Okay, you need to repeat that, Michael. Sorry.
I said the only god that I mentioned was Sigmar, and that is not my god.
No, and I was asking if you, because you were trying to convert to run out, I think, right? Partially. With help from Gustav, if I recall correctly, a few sessions back.
Okay. Which I have, but I didn't do anything about that this session.
Sure, of course. Okay, so Gaston, finally you. Any gods?
No.
Okay, no.
No religion.
No worries.
No religion at all.
Yeah, no religion. In that case, let's go to star signs. Gustav, what about your star sign?
The dancer. When Johannes said it was City Watch Tavern, I said to keep cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just go with it.
And this fits into the dancer because the dancer is amorous, desirable, scornful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was actually thinking that you would probably.
I have a different idea what the dancer is in my head than when I look at the.
Remember, the descriptions for your star signs are on the handout sections. You can always check them if you have any, if you don't really know how to RP them. So sorry, Gustav, I can't really give you any points. Like I said, I thought that you would maybe flirt with the tavern wench or something. Johannes, what about your star sign?
The Piper, so diplomatic, cunning, shady. I was trying to be diplomatic in the bar. Yeah.
I mean, that was really nice with the young kid, later with the sergeant. You were trying your best, and I saw that. Yeah, very, very cool. That was very nice, Sean. Lambert, your star sign?
Wyman the Anchorite, which is about caution. By
you tied that rope,
blocking the doors, making sure that the ropes were tied off right.
10 points.
Yeah,
10 points for sure. Gaston, star sign.
It's the drummer, so it's excessive and hedonistic and celebratory. I mean, I killed 2 people.
Yeah,
kind of
actually,
excessive.
You know what? I will give you 5 points for that.
Okay.
Because Lambert was he was.
I may have been leading that those calls, but the way that we killed those 2 people was not chivalrous.
Yeah.
Well,
there was nothing honorable about what we did.
I mean, I don't know. They were both into the heart, so I don't know.
Yeah, well,
that's true.
If the guy would just stop jumping around,
that's basically a mercy kill. Yeah. All right. Never mind. Yeah.
So I will give you, Gaston, 5 points, mostly because you killed those men, while you were probably would be perfectly able to knock them out, at least the first one. So that was pretty excessive. This is the, I think, it sort of fits into your star sign. Now, dooming. Gustav, what about your doom?
Thou shalt sup from the cup of corruption.
Oh, you have plenty options today.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff with cups today.
Cups, but also I was thinking mainly sewers, and even even the rain.
I was thinking about a certain sign in the sewers that you read wrong.
Like that was Johannes that read that wrong.
Oh, okay.
Even the rain, funnily enough, even in the summer when you are soaked like that, you can easily get sick. I was actually hoping, Brian, that you would maybe say something that when you got out of the sewer, that we are finally out from this cup of corruption, stuff like that, which would
Oh yeah,
be pretty cool.
I didn't think of
But
that.
I
Oh
would,
yeah,
yeah,
like the titular line in Out of Africa. I can't wait till we get out of Africa.
yeah, that's that.
I'm so tired of all of these Star Wars.
Of
I
course,
made a
yeah.
healing drought bomb. They're gonna
Yeah.
name the drink after me in this bar now.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, you know what? That's inventive. I will give you 10 points. Sure, why not? Johannes, what about you?
10 points for
Yeah, 10 points for Gryffindor. Sorry for Bran. What about you, Johannes, and your dooming?
still, so I would say no.
Nothing really.
Yeah, because you want me to read it?
Oh, you have this weird dooming, right?
It's
Yeah. No,
Try
it's
not to
mine.
rippin nor feather wear, yea, the peacock is thine enemy.
Okay. I swear, at some point
So,
you will find a mutant who looks like a peacock.
Yeah, exactly. Follower of
Uh,
Zinch.
yeah, exactly. Lord of Change. Okay, so sadly nothing. Lambert, what about you?
Thy tongue shall be thy undoing. In the process of mimicking Eberhard's voice to get that door to open, I almost got to a point where I would probably die.
Yeah, that's true. And you open the door, through which came a man who almost struck you. So of course 10 points. Obviously, Gaston, what about you?
It's indulgence in thy dark desire shall end thee. So I don't know.
I will
That
give
one,
you 5
this
points
one stinks
again.
from. Okay.
We don't quite know what your dark desires are
Yeah.
yet, so we're still trying to figure this thing out.
You
Right.
probably maybe you can always play Gaston like he maybe has some darker, unsettling side. Like, I'm not saying total edgelord, but
Right.
well,
He's a pervert.
yeah,
I think the ultimate
cause
goal
I think he
for
would
me.
indulge in violence too much, like just from how I've seen
Yeah.
you role playing so
Turns
far.
out
Like,
his big secret, he kind of likes furries.
Right, exactly. Well, I think the goal is for us to find that old woman so we can re-roll our doomings.
yeah,
So.
the famous old woman, right?
Yeah, well,
Can we get
supposedly we got directions to her. We just
Yeah, we
haven't
have a
been able to
name
get
now.
Oh yeah.
can she do new star signs too?
No, you can't reroll
Damn it.
star sign.
Does she reissue state licenses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are born under a certain star, and nothing can change that. You can, however, change your dooming. Okay. Michael gets 5 for playing Halfling. Gaston, how many notes did you took? I mean, this is your first session, your third?
First
Okay,
today,
so-
and then
Yeah. So
well, I
after-
did half the session last session.
You have the session, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so after we're done, you will get appropriate reward. Right, so that's it for today, boys. Thank you for the game. Now, as for our next game,
How much is a new career?
100 points.
100.
You need to
100
spend
points,
100
right.
points between careers, so to speak. So you are spending 100 points for essentially nothing. You're not getting any bonuses.
No, I'm just reading stuff. I just want to.
Yeah.
I've got options. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With the way this has gone, I'm gonna wait until we're done with this current adventure before I make this choice.
Yeah.
But depending on what happens in the next session or two, I could go spy or I could go outlaw.
Just so you know,
I'm going spy. That'd be interesting to have both of us working spy.
just so you know, when we'll finish this adventure, there will be probably a few weeks, if not few months, time skip. We'll probably start in the autumn or early winter for our next scenario, or maybe even
In game or out of game?
No, I mean in game, of course.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like we're taking a couple month break.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean in game there will be a few months like break, so you'll be able, for example, to learn new things. Your characters can spend this time, for example, learning new language, new skills. Maybe collect some pieces of gear that you weren't able to get before. This is mostly for your benefit. It's like the downtime in Delta Green or or stuff
Right.
like that. But for
In
now,
my case, it's trying to get married to what's her nuts
Yeah,
and
to-
start my shipping empire.
yeah, get married to Anna, and of course,
Yeah.
hopefully, at least a single man in this party will know how to treat a woman, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Looking at you, Gustav. Of course, I'm just kidding. Hannah will probably turn out to be.
I gotta do the Bruce Wayne thing. I have to be brooding and.
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah.
dark brooding character. Anyway, 2 weeks from now is 7th of July. July. So either that, or I don't know if you guys want another date. Then tell me.
I believe I can do the 7th.
I think I can too. I'll double check, but I think I can.
Okay, Brian, Michael.
I think I can.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Okay, so for now,
All right.
unless anything changes, our next game will be on the 7th. I must say this is a very exciting scenario, and I'm really liking this game. So thank you guys a lot.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll see you, or rather hear from you, on the 7th of July. Take care. Bye bye.
All right.
All right.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Later, guys.